Yeah. Coke fed for some head, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls resting, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I dare. She tweet, I guess she confess, she thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my purse.
Yo, hey everybody, and hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis show. What a great W for the Thunder tonight. It was nip and tuck, scared the hell out of me what we were doing, but once again, your boy SGA came through. The two-time back-to-back All-NBA first-team player. Did what he needed to do despite the SGA cooler. Mark Daigneault. I just don't understand this dude. I'm tired of ragging on him about his lineups. Every time we're on national TV, you put SGA in J-Dub spot and J-Dub in SGA spot. Every other game when we're on Bali or FanDuel or whatever the hell it's called, SGA plays the first and third quarter. Whenever we're on national TV, J-Dub plays the first and third quarter, almost all of it, and you bring him in. And in the second and third quarter, when SGA is starting, you bring J-Dub in 7 minutes. But when J-Dub starts, you bring SGA at the 5-minute mark. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Because I had said that we were watching the game, and I was saying it to somebody earlier, and they were like, what? And I said, yeah, this is what he normally does. We're going to see what happens. And then when he saw that, he goes, why is J-Dub coming in at 7 minutes? And this is the thing, right here. I've got this note right here. J-Dub had 27 minutes and SGA had 24 minutes. In what world do you live in as a coach that your two-time first-team All-NBA player plays less minutes than a guy who didn't make anything? What world do you live in? Oh, you live in the world that you are a developmental coach. You're trying to develop J-Dub because why? Oh, that's right. He's better than SGA. It's the most asinine, stupidest thing. It just frustrates the hell out of me. And the more I see it, the more it bothers me. It really does. But anyway, the Thunder come away with a victory, 101-93, proving to 2-1 now in the Emirates Cup. Because remember, we threw away a game against the Spurs because, once again, the same kind of crap we do tonight. Lineups. Lineups. You can't do this and win games. It's like, once again, I'll say this over and over and over. As a player, as a role player, whatever, you want to know where you come in, who you're going to be with, the lineups you play with. But this guy flips it up. What did one of our guys call it the other night? The mad scientist. That's what they call him. I don't need no damn mad scientist. I need a great coach who understands personnel, who understands players, who understands what we're supposed to be doing. And we're winning in spite of him again. Why? Because the guy he tries to hold down, the cooler, Daigneault, tries to hold down SGA. And what is the end of the day? What happens? SGA makes the big shots. Remember last year, he shot 61% in clutch moments last year. 61%. What's up, Rashawn? How you doing? iHeart saving our season on the boards. 100%, brother. 100%. And I'm going to say this right now. SGA closed the door on him like he always has in the last 3 years. With the addition of iHeart, the energy he gives us on the offensive end and the defensive end on rebounds makes a huge difference. It just does. And by the way, this is his fourth straight double-double. And it just blows me away because I say, what the hell is when Chet comes? You know what I'm saying, Rashawn? We get Chet back. We get Jay Will back. Our front line is going to be nasty. When you have iHeart, Chet, and Jay Will. That's going to be nasty. And like I said, I cannot wait to see the lineup with SGA, J-Dub, Caruso, iHeart, and Chet. I'm going to love that five. But, of course, we won't see that to the end of the year. But the thing is this. Now the Thunder are in position. Matthew, OKC is food for Celtics, easy work. OKC is food for the Celtics. It could be. We play them really well, so we'll see how it works out because this is the deal. As I've said before with the Celtics, Matthew, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have no closing shots. They just throw. They don't have moves that they can go to. I got to have a bucket move. They don't have those at the end of games. That is established. SGA, on the other hand, we've got a guy who closes out games. Remember, last year he was 61% in end-of-game buckets percentages. The closest person to him was a Joker. LeBron was third at 35%. SGA 61%. And you see what happened to him tonight. That's why we close out games. Put the ball in his hands. Forget all that coaching shit. Coach, put the ball in his hands and let him make moves. And then everybody else flows after him. That's what happens. But anyway, we start the game tonight with SGA, J-Dub, Case, and iHeart, and Dort. That's how we start the game tonight. And I like the way we started the game. We were knocking down shots. The defense was great. Offensive rebounds, we have to limit those, which, of course, they're just bigger than us. Shit. I mean, they're 7 foot, 6'10", 6'9" up front, and we're 6'11", 6'6", 6'5", 6'8", whatever we are. And then we got to limit open threes because Dalton Connect, what a great pickup he was. Remember, we had a chance to draft him, and we didn't. We didn't. Needed a shooter, didn't draft one. And I'm not unhappy. Remember, we drafted Dylan Jones first and then A.J. Mitchell, which is actually the steal of the draft. I think A.J. Mitchell has been. So the Thunder up 2015. And here's my thought. Here's my process, my problem. 2015, 5-minute mark. You take out SGA. What are you doing? Up 2015. Okay? You have J-Dub, AJ, Kaysen, Wiggins. I have actually put in Isaiah Joe. Kaysen was in for just a second. So you had J-Dub, AJ, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and iHeart. Our whole offense has been out of rhythm. Why? Because you can't. You've got a flow of what you're doing. You're on a national TV game. Oh, you're trying to promote J-Dub. Fuck that. We're trying to win the game. So SGA comes back in the game. The score is 26-22. You have SGA, K-Rich, Dort, Isaiah Joe, and Wiggins. To end the first quarter, you're up 32-24. Why? Because you have one of the best players in the league in the game. It's so frustrating to me. I'm so over it, and I know these people who come on and listen to me get all mad because I'm telling the truth, and you people are, what did one of my guys say the other night? Mad scientists, you guys don't get it. All I'm saying is, don't get mad at me. Pay attention to what I'm saying, and then go out and watch the damn game. That's all I'm saying. So people get mad and go off. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want because I don't give a shit. Why? Because you don't want to hear it. You want to believe that this and that. I do too. I want us to win. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So start the second quarter. It's 32-24. SGA, Isaiah Joe, Jones, K. Rich, and Dort. Why is Dylan Jones playing? Don't get it. Don't get it. He cost us 4 points. He's got 4 points in 3 minutes. Cost us. I don't understand what he's doing. Because I'm trying to say, when we talked about this the other day, in 50-50 games, which this was, you have to go with lineups and you have to be consistent in your lineups. No matter what people say, no matter what's going on, you have to be consistent in your lineups. Those are facts. And we get these people who come on our show, who come on our channel, listen to her, get mad at me because I'm talking negative about the Thunder. I'm not talking negative about the Thunder. What I'm doing is saying this is what's going on, and it's going to hurt us from winning. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So now we're sitting here with a chance to go to the deal, and Rashawn is right. We need a Phoenix win to handle their business over the Spurs. That's what we need because right now we should beat the Jazz on Tuesday. Okay, which is our next game. We should beat the Jazz on Tuesday. I'm talking about our next cup game. Our next actual game is against the Rockets on Sunday. But our actual next cup game is Tuesday, and we got to win that. We win that, we're 3-1, and we're in. Because if Phoenix wins, then they beat them, and so we're 3-1. We're 3-1 against them, and we beat them. So we're in. And that's what needs to happen in this deal. So we'll see what happens with that. So, anyways, 38-34. You've got J-Dub at the 7-minute mark. SGA hasn't been subbed in before the 7-minute mark or whatever. I don't even remember one before. He comes in with 7 minutes to go. J-Dub, SGA normally comes in 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. This guy, I'm sorry, guys. My frustration level with this coach is ridiculous. You bring J-Dub in with 7 minutes to go, but normally in the second quarter, you bring SGA in at 5 minutes before he gets off the bench. It's pathetic. I'm sorry. It's so frustrating to me. It's 38-34. When SGA comes back in the game at the 4:30 minutes, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, it's 39-38. Then you got SGA, J-Dub, Kaysen, Wiggins, and Ihart. 39-38. When he went out, we were up 4. Now, what should have happened, this should be SGA coming in 7 minutes, but instead we go from up 3 to up 4 to up 1. And what do we close out? SGA and J-Dub made some of the most horrible decisions, both of them, in the end of the second quarter. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? What are y'all looking at? What kind of passes you're making? Ridiculously frustrating for me. I've got that in my notes. I've got SGA, what the F are on your passes? J-Dub, what are you doing? And then what ended up happening? We're going to 6-0 run. SGA played all of the fourth. Now, in the fourth quarter, you had SGA, Wiggins, Dort, and K-Rich. Then you brought J-Dub in the game. You pulled SGA out. And when we were 71-69, Rashawn, at the start of the fourth, SGA comes back in the game when it's 92-89 with 3 minutes to go. Because he pulled him out. He played J-Dub, SGA minutes, SGA, J-Dub minutes. And then at the end with 92-89, you had SGA, J-Dub, Kaysen, Joe, Ihart. And then SGA went off. This is what happened. All I'm saying is, as a player, you want to understand what your rotation is. You want to understand who you're playing with. And that's what, when we were talking the other night, I forget who it was that came on the show, was talking about the mad scientist. There's no mad scientist. You have to know, if I do this, you're going to do this. I got to play with you enough to know where you're going to be. When I make a move, this is what you're going to do. When you make a move, this is what I'm going to do. If I don't play with you enough, that's what happens. You can't give away possessions, which is what this coach, the mad scientist, or whatever the hell you want to call him, that's what he does. Drove by my guy Nathan Taylor of YMB. What's up, homie?
Oh man, we're still. It's okay. Oh, so good, man. Good, by the way.
Yeah.
I was away from the TV tonight. I didn't catch anything but about the fourth quarter.
Okay. Well, that's all you need to see.
Yeah, it was. Dude, you saw me 6 hours ago. We're losing this game.
And we won up 3-1. Yeah. We win in spite of him, not because of.
Yep.
That's facts.
Why you put Isaiah Joe in when he's now he didn't hit a big three, but he was 0 for 8. Why you put him back in the game?
That's the coach.
And why is Aaron Wiggins not playing the fourth quarter?
He did. He ended up playing the fourth quarter late.
Well, a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Isaiah Joe came back in and played their stretch run.
Once again, Nathan.
Again, he did hit a big three, but 0 for 8.
Once again, this his lineups are all jacked up. And that's what we're trying to explain to people.
And I know you don't listen to this, but unfortunately for me, glutton for punishment, I was on the way home, so I had nothing else to do, so I was listening to the post game.
Oh God!
And dude, there was 2 or 3 questions, man. Man, Shea hit the big three 2 games in a row. Da, 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 da. He actually did praise him on the first question. On the second question, it was, hey, what do you think Shea has done to be able to add that to his repertoire in the late closing stages of the game? And the first words out of his mouth, well, his teammates need to get a lot of credit for that too. It's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, dude. Come on. You can. The media is throwing you softball questions to praise your superstar.
Yeah.
And you just don't do it. Like, what is wrong with this guy?
Listen, they want J-Dub to be the man. That's facts.
Yeah, and he's not.
He's not the guy.
Player, but he's
not the guy.
Good player.
He's not the guy.
He's a good player.
He's not the guy.
But he's not the guy.
Here's the Thunderbox score right here, Nathan. You got all the guys in.
Nope. You cut out, or did I cut out? You cut out, or did I?
I had to blow my nose. Sorry. I didn't want to blow my nose without y'all. Okay. At one point, bro, J-Dub played more minutes than SGA.
Ooh.
Under no
Thank
world,
goodness it didn't end up that way, right?
no, I didn't. SGA ended up 3 minutes longer. There's no world that you should live in that a guy who's not won anything should play more than your two-time All NBA player, first team. There's no world except Mark Dagnall world.
Hey, maybe in the science experiment world, like when we go
He's
to
the
like
mad
watch
scientist. He's the
chemistry
mad
experiments or
scientist.
something. Yeah, I mean, maybe, hey, and I told you this. I don't know if I told you this earlier or not, but do you remember the movie The Program? Do you remember that
Yes,
movie?
with
Great
Gene
movie, by the
Hackman.
way. Okay. Yes. Do you remember? I think it's James Caan's line in that movie. He's arguing with the guys about how they're getting off the players are getting off easy, yada yada yada. And this is an institution where education comes first. And James Caan goes, and when the hell was the last time 80,000 people showed up for a science experiment?
100%. I agree. But so we're looking here. J Dub, 8 for 19, 2 for 5, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 19 minutes.
Solid game.
Solid game. Isaiah Hartenstein, 37 minutes.
Man,
he's a beast, dude.
He's a beast. He's
4 for
beast.
7, 17 rebounds, 11 boards, 17 boards. His fourth straight double-double. 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Huge block on the dunk, by the way, on Down Connect.
Dude, Down Connect, man, that was a great draft pick.
Yep.
Man, that was a great
Remember
draft
how
pick.
Drew wanted him so bad and the Thunder passed on him?
Drew
Remember,
called that.
the Thunder took Dylan Jones instead of Don Connect.
No. They took Toppage.
Who?
They took Toppage at 12. They took Nikola Toppage.
No. Connect didn't go until the end.
No, dude, he went like 18. He went like 18.
I thought he went later than that. I thought we took Dylan Jones over him.
No, we didn't take Dylan Jones until pick 28 or 27, whatever it was. No, it was 29, I think. We took Dylan Jones. It was late, first round. No, Connect went like 18, I think. Something like that. I'll look that up for you.
Well, I'm going to take Topic over Don Connect.
Dude, hold on. Maybe, but what is the thing you say that this team needs? What do they need? A shooter.
We need a shooter.
Dalton Connect?
I agree. The shooter that's who I wanted, but I know I'm not the drafter. Sam Presti is. Okay, SGA, 37 minutes, 13 for 26, 7 for 8 from the free throw line, 3 for 10 from 3, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, almost a triple-double with 36, second game in a row. Lou Dort, 24 minutes, 5 for 8, 4 for 5 from 3. He had a couple drives. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But you were talking about how he hadn't scored 14 points.
Great game.
14 points. And then Kaysen. I thought Kaysen only had 2 points, but he was solid all the way around defensively. I thought he was solid.
Yes.
I thought he really played good. Dylan Jones, 4 minutes. That's just a complete waste. I don't get it. Kendrick Williams, 5 points, 2 for 5, 1 for 3, 5 rebounds. Liked it.
Kendrick's played solid enough.
Yeah, he played good. Isaiah Joe, 24 minutes, 1 for 8, 1 for 7, 2 steals, and 3 points.
17th, Dalton Connect was 17th overall pick.
Was he 17th? Okay. Aaron Wiggins, 18 minutes, and once again, I don't know why he's not playing more minutes. I don't. AJ Mitchell.
18 to 24 minutes is kind of where I want him. So that's on the low end, but still needs to play more.
Yeah. AJ Mitchell, 18 minutes. Like, my whole thing is this. I don't see any scenario where I want Dylan Jones playing in front of, and I've said this before, Aaron Wiggins, Kendrick Williams, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, or Kaysen Waller. I have zero. I don't want him playing in front of him. I don't want them taking away minutes. But you look at the Thunder, 13 for 40, 32% from 3, 75% from the line, and I just like what I saw overall from the Thunder. And I will say this, and I agree with Roshan that Mark played iHeart minutes correctly, and he always does. It's SGA and J-Dub is the issue, Roshan. And Nick Jordan says, I will agree, I felt they should have played that center over Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones shouldn't see the floor. He's not ready.
No, not in this game.
He's not ready. Not in a 50-50 game, as we've talked about many times.
No.
Not in a 50-50 game. You can't. And
Well, the Jazz game coming up, he can play in that game maybe.
Yeah. Well, remember, we have the Rockets coming up next.
Well, I know. I'm just saying
Tuesday.
in the future. That's what I'm saying.
Right. We have the Rockets. We have the Rockets.
NBA,
right. We have the Rockets Sunday.
NBA Cup game.
Right. We have Rockets Sunday at Houston, and then we have the Cup, the win that we gotta have. Gotta have.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have.
Yep.
You just gotta have it. And Nick Jordan, Dylan Jones, you gotta have this W over the Rockets, but you gotta beat the Jazz on Tuesday. And you know I'm not a Jazz fan.
And I turn the radio on in the fourth quarter. And again, I'm not griping about the officiating because it's not just us. Everybody that plays the Lakers has this issue. But they had 13 attempts and we had 3. Are you kidding me? In the fourth quarter?
You talking about free throws?
Yes, free throws.
The fourth quarter was more.
Well, the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Right. That was more. We got the calls late, as we should.
We did.
Okay.
And again, I'm not griping about this in particular game because it seems like the last 3 years the Lakers. I mean, and they do drive a lot. So, and they got LeBron James. So
well, actually, we have the second most drives SGA does in the league. We're shooting the less amount of free throws.
Yeah, but it's LeBron, dude. LeBron's going to get calls.
I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with LeBron getting calls.
The free throw discrepancy is crazy.
And it has been. But the deal is this.
Mm-hmm.
SGA does not get the calls that he should go on foul shots. And this is why. Because James Harden, when he was averaging 30-something or whatever, remember, he was shooting 15, 16 free throws almost damn near every game. So the NBA stopped making those calls. And then with SGA last year, he averaged what? 11 or whatever, 12. So they've shut down.
10, 11.
They shut down on the amount of free throws they're going to give him. Nick says we're first in drives and last in fouls drawn. 100%, Nick. But what I'm saying is, because of Oklahoma City last year being a young team, and that was our philosophy, and we were making free throws, which made us number one. And we're not a household name. We're not a big-time NBA team that people want to see. Okay,
we're not the Lakers.
Which is why you want to promote SGA, because people love players. They want to see the best players. That's why you promote SGA, one of the best players. The NBA does, ESPN does, TNT does, Oklahoma City Thunder do not.
No.
They do not. So when you got him being promoted, that's going to help the viewership of Oklahoma City, because clearly Oklahoma City's not going anywhere. So now, the more the NBA promotes him, Ant-Man, then what does that do? The difference is SGA is Canadian, not American, which kind of hurts Oklahoma City a little bit because he is not.
Really has anything to do with that, though?
Yes.
Because they promote the crap out of Jokic.
Not really. No. The problem with American is that we don't have the American players. That's why all of a sudden they're promoting Ant-Man as much as you see him, because they need American players, because the European players aren't like American players. Jokic doesn't want the spotlight. SGA don't want these European guys don't really want spotlight. You want the guy who's. Go ahead.
You think Ant-Man's a little more polarizing than those two, too, though?
Yes, he is. But what I'm saying, Nathan, is it doesn't matter. He's an American. Okay?
I mean,
that's what comes down to it. He's American. You want to promote American players to American fans. Now, think about this. Of your top 5 players, you've got SGA, European or non-American. Luka, non-American. Jokic, non-American. Giannis, non-American. Jason Tatum, American. Then your next 6.
That'd be hard.
Then your next 6, it is what it is, because he's number 1 team in the East. You got to respect that. On the other side, then you've got your next are LeBron, American, AD, American, Ant-Man, American. Let me see, who else do I got? Steph Curry, American, Embiid, American. You see what I'm saying? So your next 5 is loaded with Americans, but your top 5 are not.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So
That is
that's why I'm
crazy
saying
too.
Americans want to see Americans. But once again, the biggest issue is you don't, these guys, the NBA is screwing up. Make these guys go to college for at least 2 years so people can understand who the hell they are. So when they go to the NBA, like they used to, it'd be 3 years, then you would know who they are. That's why football, you got to be in there 3 years. So everybody knows who you are in college. So by the time you get to the league, they know who you are. Right now, they don't know who the hell college players are. People don't watch college until what? March Madness.
March Madness. Yep.
Let me see. Mark
Yep.
Long says, okay, but it's more than that. He was a trade and not a draft pick. Yes, SGA was a trade, not a draft pick. I agree, Mark, 100%. But what I'm saying is that talking about the overall picture of the NBA, SGA is not American. But I agree with you, Mark, is the fact that the Thunder are not promoting him because he's not homegrown by the Thunder. But the reason why we're successful is because we got him. Sam Presti. How many picks we got left because of SJ? 3?
Uh,
2?
well, yes and no. Yes and no. We have 2 picks, and technically we only have 1 pick swap. But one of those pick swaps we got from that trade, we traded for another pick swap.
Yes.
So technically we have 2 picks and 2 pick swaps.
How about our guy, Mikhail, I guess. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I don't care. Just win so I can enjoy the season with my Thunder. I agree, brother. I agree 100%, but I can't enjoy the games because I want us to win, and I realize that if he would do what he needs to do, then our level of success is going to go way up. Instead of struggling more, you're going to win more. But because of his lineups and because of his not understanding the flow of the game, it makes things worse. The only difference at the end of the game, the players is like, put the ball in SJ's hands and let him do his work. And that's what happens. Nick Jordan says he might be homegrown, but we got him in his rookie, if not his second year. We got him in his second year. His first year, he was drafted by the Clippers.
He was LA.
And then he got sent to us.
Trade.
And Doc Rivers did not want to trade him. The Clippers did not want to trade SGA. They were begging Kawhi to play with him 1 year, but Kawhi wanted Paul George. And Sam Presti's like, well, if you want him, we need 5 first-round draft picks. We need – who else did we get? Gallinari was like, we need this.
We got 5 first-round draft picks. We got 3 first-round pick swaps. We got Gallinari. We got SGA.
Yes. So that's what happened. Our boy John Warren says, what a huge road trip so far. I think we're anticipating a loss, if not 2. Let's get this dub in H-Town and finish off 4-4 matchup. 100%, John. 100%. We're all in agreement with that.
Yep.
We want to win. We want to get this W. I agree.
Well, this has been an impressive road trip, man. They played well.
It has, because
especially since you got your second best player, that's in the lineup. Second best player that's in the lineup goes down for half a game, and then your second real best player hasn't played at all, and then Caruso's out, and Jay Will's out. So, yeah, I mean, it's been amazing. Shea's averaged, what, has he averaged 37 points on this road trip?
Yeah, 30, 36, 37, 35, 36. And I look at this road trip. We start out with the Kings. Great win.
Good team.
Team overall win. J-Dub and SGA, fantastic. Warriors game, J-Dub goes down, SGA just puts us on his back, and then our defense. So between SGA scoring and our defensive pressure as a group was phenomenal. And we handled our business against the Warriors. Tonight, because of the lineup switches and what was going on with that, we struggled offensively because there was no flow, because he messed up the flow of the offense the way players play and are used to playing. And that's what cost us. Now, what saved us are, number one, the things that saved us are our defense, and SGA down the stretch. That's what saved us. Okay, let me see. Nick Jordan says, the fact these are teams that the Thunder always struggle with and got the wins. 100%, Nick. John Warren has been ugly at times, but we've been scrapping SGA with 3 straight 30-point games. Right, that's what I'm saying. Our defense has kept us in the games, and at the end of the games, at the fourth quarters, SGA has taken over and won these last three road games. That's what's happened. I mean, that's what's happened.
That's a formula too.
Yes.
I mean, that's our formula.
And that's why he
So-
led. That's why he led the NBA last year. And remember, he was shooting 61% in crunch time minutes in the NBA last year. 61% from the field in the fourth quarter in the last 3 minutes. 61. Now, it doesn't matter what he was shooting before, but at the end of the game, like he made 2 huge threes tonight, did he not?
Yes. Yes, he is. No. Two huge threes the other night. One huge three
Tonight. Well,
But
that's
yeah.
true, one huge. Nick Jordan says the defensive pressure is good, but our defensive rotation is terrible. Yes, it is because he's putting different people in the rotation, Nick. That's what we're saying. You have to understand what I'm doing. If I move this way, I need to know you're going to do this. Because we play together enough to know what the other person's doing. When you don't do that, that's what gets you in trouble. And we know how this
I'm going
coach.
to go ahead and say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I know this is a broken record, but dude, we don't have iHeart. We lose that game by 10 points.
iHeart has been the difference. 100%.
Huge.
It's 100%. John Warren says, didn't catch any of the game tonight. Who do we put on LeBron on defense? We had J-Dub on him.
Lou Dort.
We had Lou Dort on him. We had Kaysen on him. We had those 3. But basically, Lou picked up 5 fouls guarding LeBron.
You're never gonna say, obviously this is a duh, but you're never gonna say iHeart is as good a player as Anthony Davis. He's not even close.
No.
But tonight he was. And I know Anthony Davis goes and comes sometimes, but I mean, he had more points, more rebounds. I mean, it was pretty impressive.
Yes, Rashawn says got to give iHeart those credit on those screens that helps SGA. 100%.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
Nathan's been saying that the whole time. It's made a huge difference. It still hasn't translated to Isaiah Joe like you want to, Nathan.
No, it hasn't. Well, that's because we're not fully healthy.
But like I said with Isaiah Joe, they're running Isaiah Joe off his spot. That's what they've been doing. They're running him off his spot.
It is because he's playing in the wrong minutes. He has to a little bit, but he's playing. If Aaron, I'm sorry, man, I keep going on about this.
Go ahead.
Aaron
Say your
Wiggins
thing.
was playing Isaiah Joe minutes. He starts, right? Isaiah Joe should not be starting. If Aaron Wiggins was starting and Isaiah Joe's coming off the bench, he's playing with different lineups. If he's playing with different lineups, he might be playing different.
Okay. Nick Jordan says that 2-man game with Joe tonight was good. No, it wasn't.
He was 0 for 8. He was 0 for 7. I'm sorry, 0 for 7 before he hit that first 3.
Nick, it was terrible. Isaiah Joe, his stats have gone down, bro. It has. This is what Isaiah Joe is. I'm going to pull this up real quick for you guys so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Hey, by the way, Sports Center top 10, Isaiah Hardenstein's block was number 3.
Oh, yes. That was a huge block. But here's Joe's numbers. He's averaging 9 points a game, 40% from the field, 37.9% from 3-point. And that is down.
He went 1 for 7.
And that was down, and it's going to even go down. And at the peak of his deal, he was shooting 50% at the middle of last year. Since then, this is where he's at now. Because, like I've been saying, they're running him off his spot, forcing him to do other things. And now they're trying to turn him in from a shooter to a scorer. And there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference, like we've said multiple times. There's a huge difference between the two.
Your boy Jaylen Brown had the number one top 10 play with a big old dunk.
Oh, that Jaylen Brown dunk was ridiculous.
Yeah.
In the Celtics game tonight, it was nasty, bro. He jumped dunked over the top of him. He was dunking over the guy. His hand was above him going through the rim. Yeah, that dunk was nasty, bro, 100%. But that block by iHeart was good. Number one, it was a crucial dunk, a crucial play in the game, and another play on what? Our defensive side of the ball, which makes all the difference for what we're trying to do.
Dalton connects, by the way, 0 for 5 from 2, by the way.
Well, Dalton connects a 3. He's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
He's a
That's
shooter.
what we're talking about, though, right?
Right. He's a shooter.
You're not a scorer. You're a shooter.
Right. And for those of you all who don't understand the difference, shooters catch the ball and shoot. Scorers are SGA. SGA is a scorer. Now, Steph Curry is a shooter who's a scorer. James Harden is a scorer that's a shooter. SGA is trying to turn in from a scorer into a shooter, and he hasn't quite got that down yet. But he's only 26. So, he's not there yet, but he will. But once he, like I've always said, once he gets the 3 down, it's going to be good. Nick Jordan says, I'm saying the wide open shots he got off the iHeart screens. But yeah, it doesn't matter if he don't make them. We're talking about Joe, right? SGA, 100%. I agree with what you're saying on Isaiah Joe. I mean, with SGA, agreed. Those. Oh, I'm sorry. Rashawn said that. The thing I like about iHeart is this. He runs the ball at the top of the 3-point line. And he opens up us for us still to be able to attack. But the screens, like you said, Rashawn, and like you said, Nick, the screens he sets are fantastic, but you still got to finish the shot. Now, with what SJ does, SJ comes off that screen, and then he knows I'm going to the basket because Big Boy is going to either attack and give me a lob or give me a layup, or he's going to take the shot because he's wide open. But I'm going to go rebound, or I'm going to get my hand on the rebound. So iHeart crashes the board every single time.
Or he's going to take a floater, not a push shot.
Yes.
Right?
Well, push shot's a floater, but you got to know the terminology. There's a difference, but it drives me crazy, but you got to know. So we're going to take our sponsors. Thank you, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit these guys up. They love to be behind the scenes. And also, if you have a water treatment plant, hit these guys up in your city or your county. Because who the hell doesn't like clean drinking water? These guys will take care of you, I promise. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for computers or software to help your office run smoother or website design, hit those guys up. They designed our website at mcsportsnetwork.com, so hit those guys up. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit our boy up for that. He'll take care of you. And then, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they are. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area.
Oh, my God, dude.
You can pre-qualify online. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or go into one of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YB East, which is off the Parkway and US 66 or 39th Expressway. YB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40 off Garth Brooks. Cannot miss it. And then YB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, our boy, Jonathan Beakey Triplet of Elm Grove Clothing. Why spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a custom suit when you can spend $800 to $1,000? Same material. He'll come in and take care of you and measure you out at your office or your home or whatever you need. He'll hook you up. He made me a fantastic suit. I love it. 405-332-8787. Hit our guy up. Love it. Yeah, go ahead, Nathan.
Hey, look at your phone.
Let me see,
Can you
John.
tell me what the hell he's wearing?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the hell he's wearing?
Who?
Shay, I just sent you a picture of what he's wearing post-game. Can you tell me what the hell he's wearing? Looks like he's got an animal on his neck.
That's what he's doing is the jacket. It's like a turtleneck. It's a jacket.
Yeah, no, that's what the hell?
I have to see it all, but I mean, I don't know. It says shit. He's very stylish. That's one thing about him.
He's got
he's stylish.
like a dead animal on his neck.
Dude, he's stylish, man. You have no game, so we understand. Hartenstein is amazing. Burgess, you're right. Hartenstein is an amazing passer. John, great show tonight, fellas. Love the dialogue. You were going to the game in Houston on Sunday. I'm thinking about it, John. I'm working on getting.
Oh, come on.
What?
Come on. You never gonna take me?
No, it's in Houston.
I don't care.
My grandson, he's a Rockets fan.
Okay, all right.
So I was gonna take him to the game because he's a Rockets fan. And we're constantly talking trash because after we beat the Rockets the other night, he was running his mouth about the Rockets and the Thunder, and we won the game. And so I had to send him a text and FaceTime him and talk trash and do my Thunder stuff. Hey, Rashawn, later on to you too,
Green?
Huh?
Is his favorite player Jalen Green?
Yes.
Oh my God! You need to talk to that boy.
He's the best player on their team. Let's stop it.
Doesn't
matter what you think. He's the best player on their team. So let it go.
He can't guard.
If my grandson wants Jalen Green to be his favorite player, he can be his favorite player.
He's not. He can't guard a nosebleed. Can't stop a nosebleed.
Nathan, he's 10. If he wants him to be, if he wants him to be his player, if he wants him to be his favorite player, that can be his favorite player. Okay.
He's 10. When he's young.
He's 10.
When he's young.
He's 10. I'm gonna let him do what he wants. Okay, get off of me. Get off him. So, but anyway, I'm gonna say this tonight. Thunder, great win tonight. Love what they were doing. In spite of what the coach does, his rotations and his lineups are just pathetic.
Mind-boggling.
But
Mind-boggling.
once again, like Nathan said on the post game, he doesn't know how to coach SGA. He does not like. I don't think they like each other. I just don't.
He doesn't like being upstaged. That's the thing.
He doesn't.
like being
He wants to be the guy. And I'm sorry, without SGA, we're not in number one. We're not. We're in the bottom of the barrel. This is different. We win without J-Dub. You're not winning without SGA. That's a fact.
Mm-mm.
You look at our games,
Not even
what our record is without SGA. Look at what the record is without J-Dub. There's a difference. So
And tell me what team in the last however long has won a championship without a superstar. The answer would be zero.
Nick Jordan says, I was the same for Russell Westbrook until I grew up and he became a headache. Yes.
Okay. All
yes.
right.
Which is
I'll
what
give
we're
you
saying.
I'll give you that.
Nick, that's what we're saying.
I'll give you that.
Russell,
that.
the thing with Russell Westbrook, he plays hard. He plays hard 100%.
Here's the thing.
But that's
fans
it.
out there, here's the thing that I will do that Matt never, ever has done in his life. Okay? I was wrong. Not wrong.
You're such an asshole, man. You really are. You really are. I'm going to say this, guys. The Thunder tonight, even with – this is the deal with Mark, our coach. He's going to get questions when he's on the ESPN that he's not going to get when they're on when we're on Bali or FanDuel. He's just not. He's got to answer questions, which is what those questions he's never going to get about SGA, because all the Oklahoma City people know. Don't ask him about that. Because I promise, if the J-Dub was doing what SGA was, he would be ranting and raving about, oh, he's great, he's this, he's the glue, he's whatever. That's what he'd be saying. He would not be going, what about his teammates? He did that last year, too. He does not like it. It's just like the Athletic said. He does not know how to coach an all NBA player. He has no superstar. He doesn't know how to do it. Think Magic. What's up, OG? How you doing? What's up, Mitchie? I think SGA does like the coach. I don't think so, bro. I think he tolerates him. And this is the thing. If you've ever played sports and there's coaches you don't like, you don't get along with. It's not that you don't like them, you don't get along with them. You just don't. And you might deal with them because you got to. And let's face it, the Thunder are going to get rid of SGA before they get rid of Dagnall. I can promise you that. I promise you that. They'll get rid of SGA before Dagnall, which to me...
I'll be honest with you. That might be the day I fall off the wagon.
Yeah, well...
It might be.
I have a team. This is my thing. This is how I look at it. And I've said this 1,000 times, have I not, Nathan? I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
When the Celtics coach got out-coached 2 years ago with a better team than the Miami Heat, because it would have been a much better game between the Celtics and the Nuggets than the Heat and the Nuggets. Okay? But what happened was Brad Stevens said, okay, this is what we're doing. We're going to give you 2 veteran coaches to help you through the situation and grow as a coach. Number 1. Number 2, they added Porzingis. And number 3, they added Drew Holiday. But they gave him guys who could help him like that, help him do that. And Mitchie, what I'm saying is what makes me think he doesn't like the coach, when the coach and him are just, I don't think the coach knows how to coach a superstar. And he plays J-Dub more than him. He switches out lineups. For 2 years or 3 years, SGA played the first and third quarter. Period. And now you're switching it up, and you're putting, whenever we're on national TV, J-Dub plays, and he pulls SGA out and leaves J-Dub in the game. You think as a player that doesn't piss you off? Of course it pisses him off. But that's what he does every single time. He switches up the lineup, which affects us as a team because everybody's used to playing a certain amount of minutes with a certain player and understanding what's going on. And all I'm trying to get you guys to understand is this. As a player for the umpteenth time, when I'm playing with somebody, if I do this, I want to make sure he does that. If that guy does this, I'm going to do that because I played with him enough to understand his intricacies and how he moves. When you switch me up and you're constantly getting me to play with different people, it screws me up because I don't know what the hell to do. That is my point, period. I mean, it feels like Mark is squeezing everything out of SGA. What the hell are you looking at? Do you think that, Nathan?
I mean, the last couple of nights, maybe, but.
No, what is he squeezing out of SGA?
Say that again? I didn't hear
He's saying that Mark is squeezing everything out of SGA. That's what he's saying.
Joy to play the game, maybe, but that's about it, man.
He's not squeezing anything out. And Mitchie, this is my point. If you're squeezing everything out of SGA, what you're doing is you're playing him 39 or 40 minutes. That's squeezing everything out of him in these type games. You're playing him more minutes. You're not taking him out and leaving the second best or third best player on your team and playing him minutes on ESPN and nationally televised games. The games that are nationally televised, you play SGA first and third quarter because you're trying to win on your national TV. On national TV, you're putting J-Dub in SGA moments. As a player, you think he doesn't know that? You think he doesn't see that?
Go back and watch the New York Knicks in the playoffs last year. Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
That is squeezing everything out of a player.
He has been in the MVP conversation. Mitchie, yes, he has, in spite of the coach, not because of. That's our point. If you're an NBA player, Mitchie, this is what I'm explaining to you. When SGA is averaging 61% shooting in crucial points in the last 3 minutes of a game, okay? In clutch moments, and you put the ball in somebody else's hands, how does that say that you're supporting him and making him an MVP candidate? When you know that's your guy. He doesn't do that. He puts the ball in J-Dub's hands because they're trying to build J-Dub up because they believe that J-Dub has more upside than SGA. That's what they think. But really what it is they drafted J-Dub, like I forget who said here earlier, he's not a homegrown player. But they're trying to build J-Dub up to say, look, this is our player, we drafted him, look, this is what we're doing. Which is the same shit they did with Russell. He ain't the guy. This dude ain't the dude. He is a great role player. Now, Nathan and I disagree. I say he's a 2B, 3 player. Nathan thinks he's a 3.
He's a 3. He's a 3.
Okay, Nick says, what's the plan in Game 7? Down 1, Shea is triple team, and no one else is used in hitting clutch shots. No, Nick, that's not what we're saying. They double team SGA. Listen, they double team SGA all the time in that situation, take the ball out of his hands. At that point, who do you put? Who do you put in the ball at the top of the key to catch the ball to go 4-on-3? That's the question. But this is the thing. When SGA is making shots, Nick, everybody else is freed up to be free to play. When SGA is not making shots and you're making everybody else try to play, as in last year. What was the Dallas game where you had J. Will shooting? You had all these guys shooting ball but SGA. And I'm sorry, you have to put the ball in SGA's hands. And this is how it works. If he's making 2 or 3 or 4 shots in a row, then when everybody else gets the ball, they're free. They ain't got to make a play. They just got to play. There's a difference between playing. Well, hold on, Nathan. There's a difference between playing and making a play. If you've got to make a play, it's not about the end of the game. Okay? That's what I'm saying, Nick. All I'm saying is at the end of games, you want all of our players just to be free, just to play, and not feel like I'm under pressure to make something happen. SGA does that, which allows us to make shots because there's no pressure. That's my point.
Here's the direct answer to his question, though, too. 2 minutes or 20 seconds or whatever he said to go in the Game 7. You put the ball in SGA's hands to start the play.
Right. That's what he's saying. He gets triple team.
He gets triple team, and then he makes the right play. If you start the play in J-Dub's hands, not only have you wasted seconds on the clock, but he doesn't make the right play.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
Right. And then also, but you got to have the right person at the top of the key, which was Josh.
Now it's iHeart.
And now it's iHeart. And iHeart makes great decisions. Chet makes great decisions. Mm-hmm. So I have zero problem with that. Let me see. Every player speaks great about the coach. You have no choice, Mitchie. You have no choice. You ain't gonna say nothing bad about the
Guys,
coach.
you're making a point for us,
Okay,
man. Come
Mitchie.
on.
Okay, for the other night. Okay, we the other night on what's his name? Draymond Green's podcast. They pulled Steph Curry out in the fourth quarter. They lost the game. Excuse me? So he was asked about that, and that was a perfect opportunity to blast the coach. But you can't do that. Can't blast him, even though you're like, what the hell you taking? Steph didn't play in the fourth quarter? Wait, what? So those are the things you can't say.
Way better coach.
I know
way
that.
Better coach.
Let me see. A dude that trusts every player gives them chances. Mitchie, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is
in
this.
the G League, yes.
No, what you're saying is this. When SGA is scoring, like he is tonight and like he was the other night, then everybody else is free just to score. If he's not, and you're putting the ball in everybody else's hands, they've got to try to make plays that they're not comfortable or capable of. There's a difference between being a player to make plays and a player that's a role player. We have role players, and you got to have SGA make plays. You let them just be able to evolve and play. They don't have to try to make a play. When they try to make a play, that's when bad shit happens. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, and here's another thing too. You trust your players to make the plays they can make.
Yes.
Those guys can't make those plays you're trying to get them to make. That's the thing.
That's the problem. When they have to make plays, that's when bad stuff happens. When a SGA is making plays and they can feel free just to play, then they will make that play. They will make that shot. They will make that layup. They will make that whatever because they're not under pressure to. They're just playing it free. That's what I'm trying to explain. I don't know how to explain it easier than that. I don't.
You got to put your role players in positions where they know where they're going to get the ball, where they're going to make the shots. And when you're trusting them to try to do other things, you're not doing that.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes. And Nick said it's correct. J-Dubs is the three because he catch and shoot is the best among the big three. Agreed.
100%.
Agreed. That's what we're
100%.
saying. Don't have him with the ball in his hands. Have him catch and shoot. When he's in rhythm, he doesn't have to make a play. He's capable.
Or maybe,
when you try to make him make a play where he's got the ball in his hands, he can't.
Worst case, at the most, give him the ball, let him dribble a couple times and shoot that pull-up mid-range.
Yes, going left. He made a couple on the right tonight. But what we're saying, Nick, is Nick agreed with you 100%. But what I want him to do is have the ball in SGA's hands to make the play, and when they're double teaming him, then he can just catch it and shoot it in rhythm. That's when he's good. When he puts the ball in his hands, he's trying to go to the basket and trying to make a pass he doesn't have the handles nor the ability to do that because he hasn't played against top-notch competition long enough to make that happen. He's at Santa Barbara. He went at Kentucky. He wasn't at North Carolina. He wasn't at Oklahoma State. He wasn't in a position playing against talent to make that happen. I threw that in there. Nick Jordan. Chet's ceiling and shot capability is way above J-Dubs. And we already know that SGA is capable of. And, 100%, Nick. 100%. It's, as Nick said, as Nathan says, SGA 1, Chet 2, J-Dub 3.
Yep.
Now, I'd say it's more like J-Dub 2B or 3A, but he's at least a 2B sometimes.
2B3.
So
2B3.
Would I like to play for Coach D? Hell no. Hell no.
That's kind of a dumb question.
I would not want to play for him. No. And this is my deal. Now, that being said, our coach is fantastic at out-of-bounds plays and building up talent. He's fantastic. But where he lacks...
Let me ask you this. We talked just about this today. What do you think Terry Stotts would be saying if he's sitting on that bench?
Terry Stotts would talk to him and get him squared away. But Terry Stotts, but you got to remember, he's doing what Sam Presti wants.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's not doing, trust me, he ain't doing jack that Sam Presti don't want him to do. He's operating this team exactly the way Sam Presti wants him to, or he would not be coaching. That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a fact. So, all right, fellas, everybody, I gotta get out of here. I've gotta open up the gym tomorrow morning. We have a huge tournament, so I gotta get up at 6, open up the gym at 8. So I've got to set up the bleachers at 7.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't have to be up that early.
Yeah,
so.
well, what I'm saying is I gotta get up at 6 to be there at 7 because at 8 o'clock when they come in, the people who are running the tournament, everything has to be done. All the bleachers have to be down, all the chairs have to be out, all the clocks have to be done, all that has to be set up when they come in at 8 o'clock. So,
I will think about you when I wake up at.
he asked me would I like to play for Scott Brooks. No, I don't like Scott Brooks either. But I like Scott
Rain
Brooks.
Man, you mean?
I like Scott Brooks over Dagnall, 100%.
Here's the thing. Rain Man is on one side. Dagnall's on the other side, where he doesn't do anything the same ever. What you need is somebody in the middle.
Right. Right. The whole thing is this. This is what I say, and this is what I'm going to continue to say, everybody. The Golden State Warriors got rid of Mark Jackson after 2 back-to-back 50-win seasons. Who the hell does that? Because the team was ready to go to the next level. And they knew that Mark was not able to get him there. So they brought in who? Steve Kerr to take him to the next level. And what did Steve Kerr do? He went out and got Mike Brown. He went out and got these guys and built him a coaching staff to help him get done what he needed to get done. That's what he did.
Hey, who else? Who's our guy? Chip England was on that staff, wasn't he?
Yep.
And also Ron Adams, right?
Okay, Mikhail said I wanted Connect and Edie for the Thunder. I did not want Edie.
Okay, I didn't want.
I want to connect.
But yes, I'll say Connect for sure.
I want to connect. 100%.
We got Hartenstein. We don't need Edie.
I'll tell you. Yeah, but the whole thing is we didn't need anybody because he had his mind on Hartenstein the whole time. Which great pickup. So is Caruso.
Yes.
But anyway, everybody. Hey, I gotta get out of here, Nathan. I gotta get to bed. I gotta feed Ace. I gotta get all this stuff done. So hey, appreciate you guys tonight.
Hey, did you put up his new TV? You put up his new TV yet?
No, this TV doesn't come in. No, till tomorrow.
Oh. Well, that boy needs a TV. Hurry up, man. What you waiting on?
He will get his new TV. It's coming. He'll get his new damn TV. All right, get off my ass. Everybody said I'm tired of this dude. Everybody else, appreciate y'all. Good night. Have a good one. Be safe.